What is up, everybody? Welcome to Mount Mograph. I know today is not my normal day to put up a video. It's normally on Sundays, and I do have a pretty cool Summit 11 low poly, like a train animation coming out on Sunday. But I got a new microphone because my other one was pretty much at the point of being taped to work. So I got a new one, and I'm basically gonna test out my microphone. So this could be a totally crappy video, but I'm really hoping not. I got a blue snowball, which was super cheap and whatever, I thought it'd be fine. So anyway, this came up in a project I'm working on at my job, where I had to track some footage and like make like a little heads up display. It was kind of cheesy, but it's kind of like the Iron Man effect, and like that looks cool, right? So I found this clip online, some skateboarding dude. I made a quick little heads up display. Like, this is pretty generic, I realize, but the cool thing is it's dynamic. Like, I didn't keyframe anything. It's all based on these really simple expressions I'm going to show you in the video today. And yeah, like tracks my footage perfectly. And that probably took about maybe 10 minutes to create the whole thing. So whether you want to watch this video to see how to track footage using like an application that comes with After Effects that like a lot of people don't use for some reason, it's really cool. It's called Mocha. It's a lot better than the internal tracker inside of After Effects, just in my opinion. Or you want to watch this video to see how to make this little heads-up display that dynamically changes. This video is worth watching, and I know it's a little different from my normal ones, but I think it should be pretty sweet. So yeah, basically I just got some random footage online. I don't know who the hell this guy is. I just typed in HD skateboarding. So I got this, whatever, he's like skating around the city doing some tricks or something. I don't know. Seems like a cool dude. I don't know his name, but I might throw it in the description if someone's interested. So I'm going to open up After Effects. Sorry, and this task launcher thing, it's just a shortcut on your keyboard, and then you can type in what application you want and just press enter and it opens. So I like to use that just because it keeps my dot clean, and I can always see what I'm working with, you know, instead of having like 60 applications with like a little yellow, like a dot under them. So that's just for me. That's how I feel. So yeah, let's open up After Effects, and I'm gonna once again be using this move anchor point script and align a window. I just have them come up always, and it's just a little script you can dock wherever. So I'll put the link in the description of this video, and yeah, let's jump into it. So let's start by just importing whatever footage you choose you want to track, whether it's like a skateboarder. And press Command I on your keyboard as a shortcut to import something. But yeah, like if you have like a skydiving video you want to track, or like a race car or a skateboarder like I do, you can use this for a ton of stuff. So it's awesome. So there's two ways you can make a composition. You can do Command N and like set it up with whatever your specs are for the video, or you can just take your footage and drag it into the composition window, and it'll automatically create a composition that's like the right length and right frame rate. Or you can additionally drag the content right down here into this little composition window, and it'll do the same thing. So those are cool little tips. So basically I'm just gonna scrub through this video and find like a cool little section, and then we will go and use Mocha, which is an intimidating program but is very, very easy to use. I'm just trying to find something. I have this, I think just having me run the screen flow thing is kind of making my resolution crappy on this video. So I'm just going to have to guess like what we're going to be tracking. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to see. I have pixels on my screen too. It's not just you guys. Let's see. So I'm just going to play it for a second and see what's going on. I want to find a kind of, hopefully a different one than my first one I tracked, just to switch things up and show you that it works really easy for a lot of different stuff. Look at this dude, he's got some tricks. Let me see. That's not very cool. I don't know, what do you guys think, since I'm gonna get your feedback for this video? I'm kidding, I can't hear what you're saying, obviously. This video's already been recorded by the time you watch it. Alright, this is cool. I'm gonna track this footage right here. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but it looks cool. So I'm gonna do Alt left bracket, and that's gonna cut my my video. And then I'm also going to do I on my keyboard to set the in point of my time indicator. If it's like dragged over here, you can just press I and it'll go to the beginning of your clip of your layer. And then I'm also going to do B on my keyboard to just move my composition over there. I'm going to drag through to the end of his grind or whatever, and I'm just going to do Alt right bracket, and then I'm also going to press N on my keyboard to set my workspace. Right click my work area and do trim comp to work area. Click that, and there we go. I got it cut up. So it's basically just the segment I want to track, which is probably going to be helpful, I would think, for our video. So next, you can either do what a lot of people for some reason use is this really crappy tracker. I think it's crappy. Sorry, Adobe. But yeah, it doesn't work that well. You can do like track camera, stabilize motion, track motion, and basically it's super slow and sucks in my opinion. So I always use this. If you go up into your animation, whatever you'd call this drop down, and go click this track in Mocha AE. This is actually like an extra program that comes with After Effects. I'm not sure like who makes it or anything like that. But it's awesome. So like this layout looks super intimidating. Like honestly, you really only need to know like 2 or 3 things to make it work perfect. So don't even like get stressed about like the craziness. There's a lot of cool features you can use. But honestly, if you're just like tracking some footage, don't worry about it. So basically, if you had like a longer video and you just want to track a certain part, you'll get these 2 red brackets that pop up in this timeline. They just show you like the segment you're going to be tracking. So depending on what yours looks like, just scrub through till you find a point that's like looks pretty clear. It's not too blurry. I'm going to try and use this frame right here. And basically we're going to be making like a little mask or an outline of this dude, and it'll just automatically track it for us. Like that's it. It goes really quick too. So just go up into your toolbar and click this little pen icon with an X. Just click that, and just like in Illustrator or After Effects or Photoshop, it is a pretty generic pen tool. So I'm just going to click around it. Honestly, you don't even have to be that perfect. Like the program's really smart. It'll like just pick where you're trying to click for the most part, and like you can go fast and quick. Or I don't know. I'm just saying whatever right now, but yeah, it's super easy. I'm just gonna try to get roughly on him. I could probably spend way more time and make a better track, but it's not gonna matter that much for this video, I don't think. So yeah, whatever you're tracking, just click around it, and at any point you can just click the right, whatever you call it, mouse clicker button deal, whatever, and it'll just stop wherever you're clicking and just like round it out for you, or you can make a whole outline and get this kind of look. So right now he looks like a caterpillar, but basically all you're gonna have to do now is at the bottom of your timeline there's these 2 buttons, and you can track forwards or track backwards. I'm gonna do both, but I'm just gonna track forward for a second, and look at that, our outline just stays with the dude. Like I didn't have to do anything. I literally clicked like what 5 times on my mouse, and then like 5 times just in the random windows, and there you go. Like it's being tracked, and I didn't really do much for this. So I also click track backwards just so it'll like go with him down this path, and hopefully it stays on him. Sometimes it doesn't track perfectly, but I mean that might be because I just clicked really crappy everywhere, and also if the more like little points you have, the worse the track is going to be. It actually looks like mine is completely failing, which sucks, but as long as it stays roughly on him, we're gonna just roll with it for the video, and I don't think it'll matter that much. But yeah, try to make yours better. Like obviously mine is getting like super deformed and like the wrong size. I'm trying to think, should I redo that? I will, just for this video. I might as well try to make it a better one. So if you right click your outline and just go to layer, you can delete the layer, and boom, it's gone. So I'm going to try this one more time. Sorry about that. I once again didn't really plan this video, but I'll show you 2 other helpful keys. If you press Z on your keyboard, you can zoom in or zoom out if you want to kind of see what you'll be tracking. And if you hold X, it's like a hand tool or a move tool, similar to the holding space in After Effects. So I'm gonna hopefully find a better frame to track. Maybe he was like too close. I don't know. Normally this program works great. I'll try not to click as much crap this time, and hopefully that works better for us. But yeah, I promise you. And also, this isn't even like HD footage. In my opinion, it's like compressed 1080 or compressed 720 footage. So it's kind of crappy. So maybe not the best stuff to work with. Like I would prefer like 1080 or even 4K, and obviously you'll have more pixels to work with, so your track will be way better. All right, so let's see if this decides to work for us. So right now it seems to be staying on it, or staying on this guy, and I'm really just hoping for the general area, and whatever this turns out to be, I'm just gonna roll with it because I don't want this video to be stupidly long, get all you guys annoyed. But yeah, so here we go. It seemed to stay on him for the most part. Cool. He's off the screen. I'm zoomed in right now. So just hold Z on your keyboard and you can scroll out with your keyboard, X to reposition your window. And then I'm just going to press this button right here for track backwards. So yeah, typical Mount MoGraph video. I have no idea what's going on and I'm just telling you random stuff. I'm kidding, but hopefully this works a little better because I set my track point midway through his movement. So yeah, it's staying on him pretty well for the most part. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to say right now. Let's see, filler content. I got nothing, I'll be honest. But yeah, so definitely make sure you check out Mocha. I mean, you could even track like titles and stuff for if you're doing some cinematic movie or something like that. And filler's done. So there we go. So this track wasn't perfect. I promise it normally works great. For the reasons I said, it's probably not going to be perfect, but whatever. So next, all you're going to have to click, this is already super easy, just click down here, export tracking data, click that, and yours probably comes up with this option, export After Effects corner pin. Just go down and select After Effects transform data. So that's going to export your anchor point position, scale, and rotation to After Effects. So click this button, copy to clipboard, nothing happens. That's all right. So go back into your After Effects window and let's create a new null. So you can do Shift Alt Command Y, create a new null, or you can just right click new and go to null. So we're going to be pasting our tracking data onto this null object, and then we're going to be parenting or making our HUD display, or heads up, sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm saying, as usual. And we're going to make the heads up display a child of our null, so we'll just have the tracking data right on there. So make sure you go to the beginning of your timeline, otherwise it's going to put all your little keyframes it made for us at the wrong point, and it's going to look like crap. So just select your null, make sure you're at the beginning of your timeline, and do Command V on your keyboard, and all of a sudden we get these little red dots, and we also have a ton of keyframes. Let's see, did I get them all? Basically, so yeah, there we go. It made all these keyframes, and I did nothing, which is great. Like, this is super cool, right? So there we go. It's tracking some stuff, but right now we don't have anything to track. So I'm just going to give you a quick example. Make some text. I'll just type in track or something. I don't know. As you can see, I'm super creative. So I'm just going to, let's see, put this somewhere on my dude, and I'm going to parent my track with this pick quick to my null object, and I'm just going to press space on my keyboard to play, and oh, holy crap, that looks like really bad. And don't get nervous or anything. All you're gonna have to do is unclick your anchor point keyframe right here and just delete those because they're not really helpful. And check that out, it stays on him. Look at that, and it scales up. And yeah, so how awesome is that? You kind of have to be a little impressed. That was super easy. Looks like I know what I'm doing. Just had to click 3 buttons. Stays on him. We do have this rotation that we don't have to use. So all you can do is just click this stopwatch right here and delete that as well, and it'll just stay on him. Like, check that out. How easy was that? So basically, all we're gonna have to do now is create our heads up display, and we'll have our video from the beginning. So yeah, let's do Command N on our keyboard, create a new composition. I'm just going to do a black background just because it's going to be a nice, easy contrast. So now that we have our new composition, go up into your tools, select an ellipse tool, hold shift and drag it out, center your anchor point, and then align it in the middle of your composition. Super easy. We're going to create a new mask on here. So just do shift command N for a new mask. Let's see. Go into your mask path and just make this an ellipse. Press OK. And then grab your mask 1, do Command D on your keyboard to duplicate it. Change your option to subtract. It disappears. Just change your expansion down so you get kind of this look. Hopefully that was pretty easy. We've gone through this in other videos, so yeah, it's an expansion mask. Very easy. So there we go. We have the start of our heads-up display. Do Command D on your keyboard to duplicate this. We'll just scale it down to about here. Do Shift Command N on your keyboard to create a rectangle path. I am just going to, so this is probably, oh whoopsie, that's not what I want to do. I was just kidding. Don't do Shift Command N and create a new mask. Just go up and select a rectangle tool and make sure you're clicking the star, click off this star and click this this button right here, and that'll create a mask, and then we're just going to mask out that part of the circle. So go into your masks. You can hold Command and click this little twirl arrow, and it'll open all your options, which is cool. And right now it's going to be automatically set to add on your mask 3. Just select that and make it subtract. So there we go. We now have this super quick and easy basic looking heads-up display. Go grab your rectangle tool, create a small little rectangle like this, center it in the middle of our composition and also its anchor point. Go into its like extra properties, go to add, go down to repeater. Where are you, repeater? Click that guy. Hold Command and press this little arrow to open all your properties for that. Change your position to 0. And we're going to, let's make 20 copies of this because we're cool. And so now nothing happens, obviously. Go into your rotation and do 360 divided by however many copies you're making. Since I did 20, I'll do 20. Press enter. We now have this this weirdness going on. I'm not going to worry about it. I think that's something I can change. What the hell? Let's see. All right, just give me 1 second to figure this out. I did something stupid, I'm sure. What is this business? Let's see. Why are you doing that? Huh. Well, I might not even, I don't even know if I care enough to do anything. Let's see, so 360 divided by 20. Why are all my copies turning? Someone out there probably does know. And is just shaking their head at this situation. Well, crap. Why are you doing that to me right now? Well, that sucks a little bit. I'm just going to try to fix this. No, there we go. So I guess I just had it facing the wrong way or something stupid. Whatever. So that's fixed. I'm going to scale this down just so it fits inside like this. That looks super cool. Kind of kidding, but anyway. So let me show you these really easy expressions to create a nice random movement with really no work, because we don't like doing work here. So press R on your keyboard to bring up your rotation properties. Holding Alt, click the stopwatch on your rotation properties like this, and we're going to get an expression window. All you have to do is type in wiggle, parentheses. We're going to set our duration for every 1 second. Actually, let's do every 0.3 seconds, comma, and we're going to want this to turn like maybe 80 degrees and set an end parentheses, or whatever you'd call it. So now when I play this, check that out. It's going to randomly move 80 degrees to the left and then sometime randomly 80 degrees to the right with no work, which is great. So let's go into our middle one right here and do the same thing. Press R on your keyboard, holding Alt, click the stopwatch, type in wiggle, and we're going to set this to, how about we'll make this move a little bit more. So every 1 second, I want it to move 50 degrees, just so it's different timing. Actually, let's make this 360 degrees, and we'll set this to 0.1. So it's actually going to move really slow, but have way more turn to it. So look at that. I didn't even do any work at all, once again. And that looks super cool. So now let's create our like randomly generating numbers. Basically, just do Command T on your keyboard to use your text tool, or just click up here for the text. Draw a little box, center it in the middle of your composition. You don't even have to add any text to it, but I just want to see how big my text is. And so basically just scale it and then delete all your text because we don't need any content in it. And now all you're going to do is go into your effects and presets, type in slider, and drag your slider control onto your text layer. Nothing has happened. That's okay. Holding Command, click the arrow next to your text layer. Sorry if this video is going quick. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of make cooler stuff, you know, like I hope you can follow along. If you have questions, drop me a comment, but this is all, it's pretty straightforward, I think. So our source text is normally the spot where like you can type in something and that'll be our source text, but we're going to want it to be affected by our slider control with an expression. So hold Alt on your keyboard, and that's going to create an expression, and all we're going to do is grab your pick quick and go down to your slider control and just attach it to your slider, and there we go. So now it says 0, and what does our slider say? It says 0. So if I turn up my slider, my numbers are also changed. That's cool, right? Now what do we have to do? So we have our random numbers, and you can either do this two ways. If you have a specific number you want to get to in your head, just set a keyframe on your slider and another keyframe and type in what you want. And this is just going to count up then. So as it changes, we're counting up. Cool. But it's in decimals. So we're going to want to go to our effect slider, type in math period, round, parentheses, and then also add a parentheses at the end of this equation. And now it's going to be round numbers instead of decimals because decimals are stupid. And it also looks crazy. So what we need to do with our slider is add that wiggle expression to randomly change the numbers on this. So just holding Option, click your stopwatch on your slider, type in wiggle, and we're going to make this every 1 second. It's going to change 1,000, which seems like a lot, but it should look cool. So now I have randomly generating numbers. So it goes in the negative too. And yeah, that looks pretty sweet, I guess. You know, I didn't do work, and it wasn't very hard to make. Let's see. I'm going to actually duplicate my text layer, scale that down a little bit. So now I have a duplicate, and I'm just going to put this at the bottom down here, and this will also be a totally different number because it's randomly generated. So there we go. I don't know. It looks like a compass. Something's happening. That's all I know. I don't know what the hell's happening, but it looks cool. Let's create a little like arrow thing for balance or something. I hope someone likes this video. I don't know. I think it's kind of different, kind of cool, maybe. So just draw a rectangle path or whatever, and maybe another one. Put that there. Duplicate that rectangle path. Drag this over to this side. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. So that's fine. That's one. Center that. So now I'm going to I'll just draw an arrow. I don't even care. Should make this into the MoGraph Mountains. Oh, it looks like it's going to turn out to be a actual arrow. That is stupid looking. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know why I chose to make this shape. It looks pretty stupid. But yeah. I don't know. Man, I'm running out of things to say for this video. So I have this random shape in the middle, but I'm going to want it to move to the left and right, but a certain amount. I want to be careful not to move it too far. So press P on your keyboard to see your position, and I'm just going to drag it to the left to see how much like play I have with that. So basically, it starts at 962, and if it went, what is this? 962, so, and it goes to like 600-ish. So I don't want that to go out of that. So just so I know that, just so I know that heading into this, I'm going to say it's 150. So I don't want it to go more than 150 to the left and 150 to the right. So that'll be my number. Right click your position and go separate dimensions. So that'll separate your X and Y positions. And you could do this with an expression, but I don't like typing too much. So I'm going to split those up just so I only want to affect my X position, which would be left and right. Holding Alt, click your stopwatch right here, and let's add an expression. So I'm going to do wiggle, and I'm going to type in every half second, so 0.5, I want it to move 100, and I'll even say 180 degrees, or 180 pixels or points to the left and right. So there we go, it now moves to the left and right, because it's awesome. And it's just going to randomly do this. I might want to make this move even faster. And we're almost done with this video, by the way, guys. So hang in there. Hopefully this is a cool thing. I think this is pretty fun. It's different. So there we go. I have this random, I don't know what the hell this is for. But yeah, so I didn't do anything. It just kind of goes. It'll go forever. Never stop as long as my composition keeps going. Let's just add a glow to this to make it look Iron Man-y. So just go into your effects and presets, type in glow. It's under stylize, and just drag your glow onto one of your layers. It looks like I put it onto my arrow. So immediately you get this glow. We're going to change a couple quick things on it. Set your glow radius to like 40. And let's see, go down into your color looping not color looping, your glow colors, and we're going to pick our colors. We don't want it to just be like generic black and white. So click A and B colors, and then we'll be able to change our colors to A and B colors down here. So I'm going to pick a bright ice blue, and then a white. Boom. So you can't really tell because it's such a small thing. Let's see, that's all fine. So I'm going to copy my glow effect and just paste it onto all my layers, and boom, we now have this glowing heads-up display, which looks cool, right? Like I'm relatively happy with that. That took no time. It's not hard to make. So anyway, let's go into our, remember how we were working on this like 50 minutes ago? We're back. So basically grab your composition. I'm going to call it HUD for HUD, and I'm going to just drag this into this composition. And let's see, I'm just going to position this to where I think is a cool spot. Scale it down a little bit. The color's a little off. I'll show you how to fix that real quick as one more little tip for this video. I'm just going to put it like right here. That's cool. Just drag your pickwick onto your null object, and boom, we are done. It should track. And look at that. Check it out. That was easy. And it looks like we're super awesome, which is what Mount MoGraph is all about. So yeah, we now have an automated heads-up display with a couple simple expressions. It tracks our footage perfectly, and it was super easy, no problems at all. I mean, aside from just the little mess up in After Effects. But yeah, this looks pretty sweet, super easy. So yeah, I think this is a pretty cool video. I hope you guys learned something. And let's see. Also, if you don't like the color, like you made it white too, and you're like, oh, it doesn't match my background, go into your effects and presets and just type in fill. And just grab your fill effect and put it onto your heads-up display, and you can just change the color on this. I can change it to like a purple black or something, or I guess we can go like that. Looks sweet. So I'll go to that color, and you can also turn your opacity down or something if that's not working for you. So boom, look at that. We have this super cool skateboarding guy who's got some like speed gauges, or maybe like points. I don't know why he goes in the negative if it's points. But anyway, that's my video for today. Testing out my microphone. Hopefully it came out right. Anyway, if you're a subscriber, I really appreciate it. I'm not making money on this, but I think it's cool. And I like to hear the good feedback or bad feedback. If you like this video, leave me a comment or like it. And if you hated it, feel free to hate it and maybe tell me how it can do better. Anyway, yeah, this is Matt from Mount MoGraph, and get your learn on, guys. Peace.